Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we'll be creating bus line 181 running between Kirkkonummi and Siuntio. And well, this will turn out to be a pretty tricky line once again because my previous choices. So let's start by creating the line and then rescuing what there is left to rescue later on. So we will start the line from the Kirkkonummi station and then we will stop at Kirkkotalentie. And then we'll stop at Urheilupuisto, because the Urheilupuisto stop really is located a bit differently, but let's not care about that right now. After Urheilupuisto, the following stop is at Gästebynkaari. So I would just create a fake track. This track does not exist in real life. It absolutely does not. But we will, oops, sorry. We will put it in here in order to just fix this issue which I have created myself by not placing the Urheilupuisto stop correctly from the beginning. So there. Let's build those blueprints first and then let's move on to the real life. And after Gästebynkaari it will stop at... okay. It does something different here. Yes, now I see. So the following stop is called Kuusala, and the Kuusala stop will be created just about... Wait a second. No, sorry. The following stop is called Rajapolku or Roostiin, and it's located somewhere around there. It's located around here. But this also means that there will be a new loop which will need to be created after Gästebynkaari, which will be created right into here. There is no real loop in this place. I have just created it in order to make this shit more sensible to everybody. And this, my friends, will be a long video because there is all of the road to Siuntio to be created. And there we go, we stop at Rajapolku. And then we stop at Kuusala. Kuusas. And that's located around here. Oops, that's a double stop. I hope. And from Kuusala, we'll be moving on to Ravalsinkuja. So we will connect this road with the newly created road. And after this, I will build the tracks so that the line will be more easy to create. So we are gonna go from Gästöbynkaari to Ravalsintie to Kuusala and to Ravalsinkuja. And then let's see what will happen next. It's gonna be a stop at Lindalintie, which has been created so far. Yes, that's correct. But then we'll move on to completely new grounds. And the following stop is called Karlbergintie, Karlbergsvägen. And that's located by this strange junction over here. So now, from now on, everything will be new. It will be a long video. On the bridge. Okay. I'm fine. And after Karlberg, as you can see, there is a whole lot of things going on in the west where nothing has been created, and now it will be created. So the following stop is called Överby. And it's located around here. Oops. After Överby, we will stop at Granbackantie, which is probably called Granbackavägen. Yes, that's correct. It's over here. And then we will stop at, let's see, Bergträskin polku, Bergträsk well, let's see what that is in Swedish. It's gonna be Bergträskstigen. It's gonna be over here. I will check the spelling once again. Bergträskstigen. After that, we will stop at Itäinen Kuninkaantie, Östra Kungsvägen, which is, by the way, one-way stop. But how will I place that one? Yes, it's over here. I have actually driven this road several times and it's pretty beautiful, yes, and pretty difficult to drive, so good luck to all my future bus drivers who are going to try to run it on time and schedule and 50 kilometers an hour, because it's very, very hilly, and it has a lot of turns. So, not the easiest one to drive, especially in a large car. And after Itäinen Kuninkaantie, we will then have a stop at Böle, which is quite far away actually. So the following stop at Böle is right before the crossing with railroad track. Let's see, it's right in here. And the stop indeed is called Böle. I have to take back what I said. There aren't that many stops on the line, but this is a pretty long line, so it will take some time to create it anyways. And there is also a line which I've skipped, and we will get back to that line later on, but that line was not on the Wikipedia page from where I take all these lines, so it must be a pretty new line. But it's a very, very long and very, very difficult line to create, so I will just wait until the autumn to do that, because at the moment I have actually returned home for one night from my travels. I still have around a week of holidays left, and I just came here to make sure that there will be a new video every single day. This is what I call dedication, guys. This is what I call dedication. And yeah, it was the only reason. It really was the only reason why I came back home from Northern Karelia to just do these couple of videos to make sure that there will be a video every single day until the day I return from my holidays and back home, and I can start doing 1 or 2 videos a day again as I did in the spring. So placing these signals is hard work, and well, this is a boring stage of the video probably for most of you. Unless you use this video for falling asleep, then this is the most important part of the video for you. And now it's time to close your eyes and start counting sheep. Oops. There we go. We've reached Böle. And after Böle, we will then stop at Gela. Okay, interesting. The stops are named the same as the railway stations, but yet they are in different places. So it's Gela or Chela, and it's located in here. Let's just cut a few corners short in there. And then we'll need a bridge all over this or above this railroad thingy over here, which kind of comes in the way. And then let's just move some signals to there and to there. And once again, if you are watching this video to fall asleep, now is your golden time, because I'm going to have to create some signals for quite a long distance of tracks. Sorry, roads. After Kela, we will then stop at a stop called Tallebacka, which is, strange enough, Tallbacka also in Swedish. These stops don't have Finnish names. And there we go, another connection created. after Talbak, we will then stop at Pikkalan Kartano, Pikkala Gård. Oops. And the flowing stop is called Pikkala. And this is actually a country road. So that makes it a bit different. And I will once again do some shading here. Because yes, in reality this junction should look different, but I am not willing to make it like that because I'm a lazy guy, and you know, there are probably no buses running it in another way than they are running this route, so I will just cut corners and deal with it later on. Okay? Yes, nobody objects. Cool. Well, you can't object really. This is one wide channel. And after Pikkala, we will then stop at Slussen. Okay. And Slussen is located. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Slussen is located in here somewhere. Just let me find the place. Yes, it's over here. As you can see, I'm not very considerate in laying the road. I will just place it wherever it lands on. Because nobody cares at this point. There are not many lines running to the golf course. And yes, that is a golf course over there. So this is Finland. You can actually, oops, I'm not that worrisome. You can actually take a bus to the golf course. And then we'll continue with a country road from here. This is going to be an interesting junction because it has to operate in several ways. So we'll be using a country road in here, and then we're obviously going to need a bridge above this river over there. And There we go. Then let's start creating the junction in Piccala, because that's going to be an interesting thing. Right over there. So we'll need a track running. Oops, this is the wrong road. This is city road. And that's also, no, that's not the wrong thing to do. So yeah, we will need to create a crossing, and that's how it's going to work. But we're also going to need to create a line from there. So this is going to be an interesting junction in the end, when the future lines are going to be built. And yes, of course, there will be future lines. Like I've said, I will try to recreate every single collective traffic line in Finland, which, oops, has existed at some point, because the lines change constantly, and I simply cannot, oops, create them all at once, although that would be wonderful, but there is enough time, enough information available to do that. So this is just a, well, ever evolving mindset, if you can put it like that. And after a Slussen, we will then have a stop at, let me see, at Siuntio, Svampvägen, of course. Of course, that's called Svampvägen. And it's over here. I will once again create an arbitrary loop for this line, just because I can, because yes, Siuntio is, well, come on. Siuntio is a one-way stop, and it will do the loop around the parking lot or something like that, but I'm just not brave enough to do that, so, or not, brave is the wrong word, I mean, I have the word in Finnish, it's ahkera. I have the word in Swedish, it's flitig. What's the word in English? I'm not just that hard working, I guess that's how you could say it. So there's Siuntio Svampvägen. And then I will just create the arbitrary loop in here with a single track. So there we go. Good luck looping that. There will be one signal there and one signal there, and after that it will return, it will stop again at Slussen, and after Slussen it will stop at Störsvik. Or Störsvik TH, which means probably Störsvik's crossing. There we go. And that's how they are connected. Now we only have a couple of stops left, I think. But there is still quite a long way to go until Siuntio in there. So this is a fairly long line, but with a few stops. So the following stop is called Kalliotie. No, wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. I made a small mistake. Okay. So, the real stop is located in here. And now we're back to the country roads. And this stop is called Störsvik TH. So there. And then we'll also need to create, what we'll also need to create is a turn from here to, oh no, don't do that to me, don't do that to me, don't do this to me, please. I want a nice normal crossing, not any bullshit like this. And there we go. And then let's just move the signals to right places. There we go. So, after Störsvik, we'll then stop at Kalliotie, Bergvägen, which is located somewhere around here. Oops. After Kalliotie, we will stop at Ruohosuonti. Gräskärrsvägen. So that's already after the turn. Yes, that's correct. That's one-way stop by the way again, but let's not care about that at the moment. We're getting closer, but still not close. After Ruohosuonti, we'll then stop at Sunnanvik. Sunnanviks vägshäll. Okay. And now after this it's actually fast city road. Yes, that's correct. And then let's edit this one a bit. Oops. The following stop is called Sunnarvik. And it's located in... wait a sec. Yes, it's located in here. These rural lines are a bit difficult to create. There are so many stops in so sparsely kind of populated areas, sparsely with sparse roads. There are so many speed limits, and there's a whole lot of other shit going on. So quite a quite a challenge, but let's just deal with them, shall we? After Sunnanvik, we only have a couple of more stops. And the following one is Degerbyintie, which is obviously called Degerbyvägen. Yes, that's correct. And as that road runs to Degerby, I will place it right here. After Degerbyintie, we will have the Nordanviks vägskäl, which is over here. Then we will stop at Billskogintie, which is always called Billskogsvägen. That's correct. That's located around here. We're closing on it. We're closing on it. And there we go. And then we will stop at Sudenkaari. Varisvingin. And after Sudenkaari, it's Siuntio. Siuntio. So the yes. So the correct Siuntio stop will be in here. And well, that's actually city road fast stop, but it's not a fast city road anymore. It's just an ordinary city road running all the way from the previous stop until here. So that's probably it. We are closing on the end of this video, but not quite yet. There is still a line to create, there is still a loop to create, there is still a lot to create, and then we will also I don't know what I was about to say. Well, anyways, the loop. Oh no, not that way. This way. There we go. Okay, there is a two-sharp turn in there, so let's just put it a bit aside and then let's see, now it should be fine. Let's build all the blueprints and then let's delete the station. And then let's make it a platform of Siuntio, because this is the reality. Well, it didn't work the way I planned it to work. But nevertheless, let's go back to lines. And the line here stopped last at Lindalen something, and then let's just push it all the way to this 30-kilometer challenge through the curvy roads, stopping at every single stop because there is no other line running there at the moment. And then actually yeah, well, there is this, yeah, there is actually this little thing here, meaning that it's more than 30 kilometers. Yep, that's right, Storsvik. And then we'll just add the stops. I hope this is not a 30-minute line, and I don't think it is. So 45 kilometers. That's a pretty long line, but it's a rural line. It's one of the few ones, and it's actually going to be more than 45 because it skips the idea of stopping over here. So it's 49 kilometers. Very well. Sorry about that. So one of the longest bus lines we've had so far, and it's been a pleasure to create it. I want to open new ground, and also Siuntio is a very familiar place for me, so I can kind of see where this line is running. What happens after Karlberg is okay, Lindalen. Yes, that's correct. And then we'll just run it all the way back through this little loop in here, and we are home, ladies and gentlemen. We are home. That's it. Open the passenger service, and let's see how often it runs. And line 181 runs every, let me see, every hour. That's pretty humane after all. It's very, very, very rural line. So 181 it is, and there we go. I think I will need a second one. Yes, I will need a second one. And that's it. Line created, bus is running, everything is fine. And there will of course be a new video tomorrow. So until then, bye.